How's it going, guys? We're going to be looking at PTON, how we turned $800 into $1,800. Welcome. This is Patrick, and you're trading with Prime. First thing I want to ask you guys to do is hit the like button if you gain value out of this video. Also, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. We go live every Sundays, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, to go over watch lists, to go over setups for the week, talk about technical analysis, anything you guys want to talk about. We go over that on Sundays. Now, first thing I want to look at under this PTON is I'm going to go over to the good old Robinhood account so we can see what's going on here. And I want to show you guys this. I'll go back to the chart here in a second. This is a stopped out. I had 10 contracts at $1.22 that we closed this position. It was a stop out, and I'll show you that in just a second. But other than that, what I wanted to show you guys was we have this 4 contracts, $768 was our entry, and then our exit. We exited the position the following day, which was today. At 6:30 at the market open, we sold 3 contracts at $4.95, and then we also then sold 1 more contract at $3.31, bringing it to a grand total of around $1,800 from $800. So let's go over to the charts here and really just kind of give you guys a viewpoint of what I was looking at. Now, this is the weekly chart of PTON, and we do see a run up. Actually, let me zoom out a little bit just so I can do this. Okay, from the March low to the highs, 677%. Now, fundamentally, we can see why this company, PTON, why they were running up this year. It's mainly because of stay-at-home workout equipment. It's understandable the gyms are closed. People are going to be ordering these things. Recently, which was about a few days ago, we saw there was a recall on PTON. I'm not sure exactly how many units. I do like this kind of movement where you see almost like a parabolic. The chart is going straight up. And so what I was looking at is I wasn't totally confident that this last week was a reversal candle. It is somewhat of a tail candle where you had highs of $139.75, and then it pulled back pretty significant, almost like the sellers stepped in and started selling this back down. That could be a reversal candle. And the thing is what I want to look at is this week, which is this current week that we're on right now, we do see that we're trading below last week's low, or the low, even below last week's open. We're trading below that. So if it's confirmed by Friday that we do trade underneath of this, I would expect us to pull back a lot more than we just pulled back so far. This is the weekly charts. Now let's go over to the daily chart. And so just so you guys can kind of get an eye of what the daily chart looks like, it is pretty insane run up. You do have a lot of other reversal candles in here, and this is why we got to be very careful with taking these kind of parabolic short trade moves. It's very risky, very dangerous. The thing is if we do get these reversal candles, which we see a few of them in here, where it closes below the day before's candle, and possibly this one right here. The thing is every time we get a reversal candle, it pulls back to the 20 period moving average, and then it just continues to rally. It bounces off the 20 period and begins to rally. Let's go to the intraday charts. I'm going to go down to the hourly chart. Let me zoom in here a little bit just so you can kind of see what the hourly chart looks like. Same kind of thing where we did have a high, and I'm going to briefly go over this. We have a high back here. We had a reversal candle to confirm, and then it traded sideways, and then it gave us lower prices. We actually had a short trade in up here. We did close out of it at these lower prices. The chart rallied again. I tried shorting it again. And what I want to do now is this is the hourly. So I'm going to go down to the 15-minute time frame, which I rarely trade the 15-minute, but just so you can kind of see what we're looking at. And it really magnifies the prices here. Let me do this a little bit more for you. So we had a short trade in, like I was saying, back here, traded sideways, and then we closed out the short position, the bear flag complete. And then the chart rallies some more. I did have a short trade entered in around here. And here's the issue. So come Wednesday morning, when I first saw this first candle of the day, it shot up above, and it closed above my stop loss area. So I was stopped out of that trade. I was telling you guys about the 10 contracts. Stopped out of that trade. Then we saw this reversal candle. This is where trading becomes dynamic. This is something that we really have to be mindful of. You do see a reversal candle up here, and then you have confirmation down here. That confirmation was once I saw that 15-minute close below, you know what? Let's do this a little bit further. This is the technical analysis part of it that I really want to nail down. So you do see this giant green candle. This is what's called a breakout candle. What we wanted to see if you were a bull is you'd want to see higher prices. What happened was you immediately saw a reversal candle and then price started closing down here. Once you saw this candle right here, it closed below the low of that huge green breakout candle. It closed below that. That was the entry signal. So I then bought 4 contracts. As you can see on the screen, it's 7:39 a.m. I bought 4 contracts and then rode this out all day. And then coming into market open, we did have earnings last night after the closing bell. We had earnings. It shot the price all the way down. We had an opening price around 119. That's when I entered this first contract, or that's when I closed the first one, sell to close. I'm gonna get rid of this now. Sell to close the first contract. I wanted to see if this would rally, and then at this price right up here to the top of the chart, which was kind of expected, this bounce, but I wanted to see if I can get down prices. Maybe this was a dead cat bounce and then it would roll over. Now, so far it does look like it is a dead cat bounce, but at the time, once I started seeing these higher closes up here, I decided to exit the last trade. Let's do this. Close this one and close this one. So now what do we have to look forward to? We do see that the chart is starting to roll over. As far as the 15-minute time frame, we're below all 3 moving averages, but let me go back out to the hourly. What do we have for now? Where is the next trade setup? In my opinion, this is definitely a top in Peloton, and this is something we have to ask ourselves. Peloton is up 700% this year. Did they actually have 700 more percent of sales? I don't think the company grew by 700%. This is where trading becomes speculative. A lot of people were pouring money into Peloton thinking that it's just going to keep rallying and keep rallying. And the thing is, to be fair, it could keep rallying. But right now, this is what a market top looks like until it's not. And what I mean by that is the bulls now want to start defending these areas down here. 115 area for sure. They want to defend these areas. If it gets below 115, we're going to 112. If it gets below 112, we're going to 100. Now, if I go back out to the daily chart here, and now that we see the daily chart, you can start to see how the chart is rolling over. We're about to get confirmation to the downside once we close below the first 20 period. But keeping in mind that this thing can pull all the way back to the 200 period moving average, which is this one right here. It could pull all the way back to the 200 period and still be bullish if you zoomed it back out to a weekly time frame. Really, this is the buy level, $75 for sure. But there's also going to be one up here, like I said, around $100. If it does get to $100 within the next couple days, I would be looking to enter back to the long side. Until that happens, this is a short trade. I would just continue shorting this thing every rally that we get. So if I go back out to the hourly, every single time we get a little pop up, it would be, in my opinion, it would be a good short opportunity. Here's the high, here's the lower high. So now what we're looking for is we're looking for another lower high, which would be a good area to lean into the short side again. And I think that wraps it up for this video. Again, hit the like button if you gained value. Again, hit the subscribe button, bell notification. We will see you guys in the next video.